Cal, what do you think of this shirt?
Now this is a short scene that is a longer version of them preparing to go to a nightclub.
Yes.
The only reason that I'm showing you this on the DVD is how amused I am by Romany here, and
he's dancing.
He just starts riffing and dancing, and this is
really funny.
It's not really scripted. It just kind of shows you, how these guys really are in life.
Yeah, this is it. Rom dances. He's a good dancer.
Now this is a scene that was as scripted.
Yes.
My lovely wife Leslie Mann and Steve, and when we wrote this, we thought he should get arrested.
Yeah, I think that there was a shot of him driving away in the cop car, actually. Did we even have a prison, very briefly,
At one point, they were going to have one shot of him in prison.
Yeah.
But we thought that was a little hacky, and we had seen it before.
Yeah.
So if you notice, she's vomited on his shoes,
Yes.
not in his face. The reason why she vomits on his face in the movie is because my wife said, we cannot go home unless I vomit in his face.
No, and she was right.
And she was right. The missus is right. And I love this whole run of that she keeps calling him Dan or not Dan guy.
You'll be fine.
I think that might be.
This was just longer, and the other thing killed so hard we realized we didn't need a minute and a half.
No, once you vomit in a guy's face, you can't really go very far from there. That kind of crescendos.
But this is filled with jokes we like be cool, there's a gun under the seat.
Yeah.
And then her suddenly turning on him and saying
And
he's
ratting
drunk.
him out to the police. Yeah.
And it was raining so hard, there's no way to even explain that this was the heaviest rain I've ever seen in
really
Los
was.
Angeles.
You shouldn't drink and drive.
See, she's accusing him of drinking and driving.
The funniest is this guy showed up to play the cop, and he basically had one line, which was, can you get out of the car? And then I didn't really prepare him for the fact that we were going to improvise, and he just looked like, oh my God, you expect me to just do a big 5-minute conversation here?
He's great, though. He seems like a real cop.
No, he was
really
awesome.
Seems like a real cop.
Because the first time they started improvising, he turned and said, am I supposed to talk? Look how hard that rain is.
It's insane. That's L.A. My entire street floated away this night.
I had never gotten drunk before.
Wait a minute, you've never been
Now,
drunk?
this is a scene that we liked, but it felt a little forced, the Steve Carell singing a song.
I think it felt about 13 years too late as a concept. Like, if karaoke had just come out, this would be really cool, but karaoke's been out, man. You did it, even.
Where did I do it? Oh, I did it in the Cable Guy.
In the Cable Guy. Like,
so I guess I stole from myself.
You stole your own idea.
Well, what we thought we were going to do is have him sing karaoke.
And, like, make it a montage.
Yeah, a big montage of him doing all these things for the first time to show bonding.
Yeah.
But when we cut the film, we realized that the audience felt like he was bonded with them from the very beginning.
Yeah, they didn't really feel like we hated him as much. I think it was my failure as an actor. I couldn't get it across that I disliked him.
Because in the writing, it was supposed to be that he really never talked to these guys at work ever, but everyone had such nice chemistry that it didn't seem like it was a big leap to being buddies. But we picked this song, it's the first time from Zorba, and Steve is hilarious singing it, and how we found it is I went on iTunes and I just looked for any song that had the words first time in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And this came up and I said, oh, that's a funny song to sing.
And Steve already knew it. Hilariously.
And I actually asked Romany to take off his shirt when we shot this. I just thought it'd be funny. He cuts to Romany and suddenly his shirt's off and he's just dancing like MC Hammer.
Yeah, exactly. I think you did it. You didn't even have to ask. Oh, look at us laughing.
They decided they like him. And then we did cut a version where over this you saw him peeing in the street and trespassing, and we didn't have time. We were going to shoot a shot of him stealing for the first time.
Yeah, that was on the schedule every day for 3 months.
And then this last line of the scene I always think is great. It's the best part, is you.
Oh, good. That was inside of you this whole time?
That shit right there, that's that good shit. That's that.
Now, this is a scene that we always knew there was a chance we wouldn't need, but that we liked the scene. And this is them on the roof, and they're all sharing their stories of losing their virginity.
As we smoke pot out of an apple.
As you smoke pot out of an apple. And we did versions with beer, not the apple, in case I was too far. And the point of it is to show that everyone has a bad experience, and that's part of the reason why Andy gains confidence is from hearing that everyone else's stories are terrible.
Exactly. We're not all that different, you know. That's the amazing thing.
And when we shot this scene, I remember Brad Silberling, the director of Lemony Snicket, visited.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
I was completely unaware. And what did he say?
He seemed very amused by the fact that we were just on a roof in the middle of the night, improvising our brains out.
And we had that eruption billboard up on Ventura just for this shot for like 3 months.
For 3 months, they thought there was an eruption of perfume in the valley.
What's amazing is like the whole joke is that it's supposed to be a really dirty billboard that like is really sexually explicit, and we actually had it on the street for months, and no one complained or anything like that. It was just par for the course.
Now this is you telling a story about you prematurely ejaculating and then sticking your pinky in so she wouldn't notice.
Exactly.
That's kind of harsh.
That's pretty dirty, I would say. That's a little dirty.
And then Rudd talking about thinking about his dead grandfather so he
while
won't
having
ejaculate. It's pretty nasty.
It is pretty dirty.
That I started thinking about my dead grandfather.
This was a lot of pretending to laugh, this scene.
It's hard to act stoned and laugh. I thought you guys did pretty well.
It's pretty brutal. I was really sick when we shot this too, and there was like we were inhaling fiberglass all night or whatever it was that was on that roof. I had pink boogers for the next 3 days.
And then Romany tells this story in this scene about losing his virginity at 9.
At 9.
I think in reality Romany lost his virginity at 6.
At 6, but that was so horrifying. We had to make it 9.
We had to flip that 6 into a 9.
Exactly.
And Romany claims it was not molestation; it was real 6-year-old sex.
It was real 6-year-old sex, the first ever recorded case of it.
And because he told us that, we thought this would be a funny way to make Andy feel more confident that he would make fun of Jay.
Because that story is just so insane. The funniest thing is Romany realizing as he tells the story that it is a very weird story. Like going into the story as though it's a really cool story.
That's because in his social circle, it is a cool story.
It is a cool story.
But with Earthlings, it is psychotic. But I like this bit of performance by Romany getting mad.
Yeah.
Oh, you God, that makes me
Yeah.
feel so much
He gets really self-conscious. 6! It was 6. He really was uncomfortable because that's gross.
No, smile, you had sex when you were 9.
Man, now you're just making me uncomfortable.
No, I'm not, I'm really not.
Well, this is great. This is our best-selling toy. It's called Robo Sapien.
No, this is a very...
Who's this handsome man he's talking to?
There is the director. Now, that's my daughter, and I kind of knew that she would cry. And it's kind of mean that I put her in the movie.
She's happy right now.
And I knew that anything that Rudd did would make her cry, including dancing.
And then she started crying.
Then she started crying, so then I just went with it and cursed at him.
I don't know how to do it. So whose heart are you gonna rip out when you get older?
Nobody.
Wanna get married?
Now this scene is Jasmine. We cut this out of the movie because we just didn't need it, and we also realized that the joke was supposed to be that it took a moment for the audience to realize that it was a man.
Unfortunately, this is that moment.
And God bless Jasmine, because she really was funny,
Really
and great,
funny.
and that's why we put this on the DVD, because we thought this scene was so funny. Another reason why we took it out is because there were so many pretty women in the movie that you did realize right away the joke, and then it felt like a familiar joke.
It also kind of felt like the audience wasn't sure
Where do you know Jay from?
where they were supposed to be in watching the joke, whether or not they were supposed to understand that he didn't understand that it was a woman, or understand they were supposed to understand it was a woman. We piled like 6 jokes on top of each other is the problem. We went too big.
But the thing that I get a kick out of in watching this scene outside the movie is this idea that he thinks he's really smart for figuring out that
She's a prostitute, yeah.
but he doesn't realize it's a man.
That she's a man. Exactly. That just makes our joke a little more confusing. Because that's what it also is we don't explicitly say it's a prostitute.
That you're not a virgin. And I think you're a prostitute. Yeah. And I think.
And I don't think Jasmine realizes her scene is
Oh,
brief.
it's not in the movie. You're going to have an angry tranny coming after you.
Well, you know, Jasmine is a good woman, and she's all over the DVD.
Exactly.
It's good exposure for her.
It really is.
Very, very nice.
And we also did an improvisation with Jay
Oh, yeah.
preparing Jasmine.
Is that not on the DVD?
That is it may be on the DVD. We were debating it, but in that scene, it was Jay telling Jasmine how to have sex with him, so that it's good, and that no matter how small his penis is, when he takes it out, you have to go, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh, yeah. There was a lot of talking about practicing the reaction to make him feel good about his penis.
But this was it was fun to shoot this because we just had Steve for just literally about 20 minutes look at Jasmine and talk about how he wanted to have
How
sex
shall
with
I
her.
mount you? Let's make the beast with two backs was the favorite thing that he said. That was my favorite.
The beast with two backs.
Yeah, let's make the beast with two backs. That's one of the things he said. But this just goes to show that, like, you have no idea when you're shooting something, how funny it will be in the movie. Because, like, if you were to ask me, like, while we were shooting the movie, I'd be like, this is the funniest scene in the entire movie, without a doubt. Him and the transvestite. And then it didn't even make it.
Inside of you. Let's become one.
I think on the DVD we have all the alternates that he just
On the
says
linorama, the beast with two backs should be on there.
One of the nights that will go down in the history of Andy. So.
It was also meant to be a turning point. I think Gary Shandling thought
He did.
that it would be interesting if the transvestite was wise and said, you know, you need to accept yourself as you are.
Yes.
And it was just very hard to make that reality work in the movie.
Yeah.
So I'm going to blame it on Shandling.
I think I am too. I was there when it happened. I saw, you know, it seemed like a good idea to me too when Gary Shandling's saying it. But then you're on set in a hotel room with the transvestites and Steve, and all of a sudden you realize it might not have been the best idea.
And I love that they watched the Hulk together.
Exactly. We have so many famous people in this movie that don't know they're in this movie at all, I bet. Matt Damon and Ang Lee are going to be shocked when they never see this movie.